I want to get people prepared for this. Defend this wrestler. Defend this wrestler. Let me explain to you what defend this wrestler is. Jon, this is his segment altogether. This man came up with this, and I think this is a segment you all gonna love. This is where Jon picks somebody in the WWE or in wrestling world today, and he talks about them like, they trash. Like, I'm sorry, it is what it is. Not everybody is the greats. Some people who are not good or they don't have good storylines, their character is whack, he will point it out, and then he will give every reason why that person is trash right now. But then I'm supposed to defend that person. So let me pass this on to Jon. Go ahead and give us the rundown on this segment this week.
So this week's victim is a wrestler that's pretty much, he might get some undeserved attention, but you know what? I don't care. We're talking about Baron Corbin.
Ooh.
And I think that he's really a victim of just being in a bad situation. Because I do like how he changed his image and shaved that head and went bald and has something going on. But every time I see this man, all he ever does is take L's. It seems like all he can beat is on little kids and old men, aka anybody who comes up from NXT and Kurt Angle. This man is a tragedy ongoing. How do you lose the Money in the Bank? How do you lose at being at the king of the ring? Like, bro, there is no good qualities to you. You don't even make people look good when they're trying to beat up on you or when you're trying to lay in some damage to make us think you're worth something. No. And it makes me wonder, like, man, they got Dolph Ziggler upstairs right now that they could call in and do his job 3 times better. Why do we keep giving this man a paycheck? Oh, right. Vince likes him. I don't understand what people see in him. His whole moveset is forgettable. Ain't nothing spectacular about him. Every time I see him wrestle, I'm like, oh, was that it? Dang. I didn't forgot what he did. It's like an ongoing tragedy, man. And I want to hear Baron Corbin fans. I want to know what these people have to say about him. I want to see what is the beauty of this dude. Because, man, I see nothing but ugly. In and out the ring, man. And I need you to defend this man. Show me the light of Baron Corbin. Show me the positive.
Now, let me say this. Baron Corbin fans out there, whoever you guys are, you can go ahead and let us know your thoughts. You can defend this man as well. You can try to defend him at least. Now, this is my job to try to defend Baron Corbin today. Here's the first thing I got to say before I start defending him. Have you seen Baron Corbin's gimmick these days, Jon?
Isn't he? If last time I checked, he is still rocking this like, it's not a wrestler gimmick. He's still walking, the button up in the slacks.
Yeah, but now his gimmick, he's still rocking that for sure. His gimmick is based around him not having any money. Like he's having financial hardships. He goes on the show each week and he's talking about like, I need money, basically. The man's broke. They gave him a broke down gimmick where he looks like he's just struggling. Like he's like his shirt, his clothes is all dirty. His shirt is always unbuttoned. He's always asking for some financial support. Like they gave him a terrible gimmick that it just makes it even worse right now. That if you seen this man right now and how he comes out there looking like he's broke down, like he done got hit with too many hard times. Like he done got hit with hard times. So Baron Corbin. Now here's my thing. Let me say this. The man, okay, I'm supposed to defend him, but before I defend this man, let me just say this too. Vince McMahon, or whoever the writers is, but Vince McMahon obviously has cosign on this. He allowed this man to retire Kurt Angle. He allowed Baron Corbin to retire Kurt Angle. Now, let me say this. In his support, that's supposed to build up Baron Corbin. But now, from beating Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin has went on to asking for money with his new promos, with his new character, with his new gimmick. Somebody need to change that gimmick, please. Now, to defend Baron Corbin, I'm not sure if he came up with this storyline. I'm not sure if he came up with this character. A lot of times, a lot of people don't like the writing with the WWE nowadays. Come on now, I can go down a list. CM Punk, we just mentioned him. One of the reasons why he left the WWE, he didn't like what the writing was going on. Dean Ambrose, another one, who's on AEW now. He didn't like what the writing was, that how the writing was being portrayed in WWE, how the storylines portrayed around his character. Baron Corbin could be going through that as well. Roman Reigns, the best storyteller in the WWE today for me. At one point in time, people were feeling like he was just being forced down, forced for us to like love him, to cheer for him. Then now he seems like he's loved what he's doing as a heel. Baron Corbin could be going through that same thing. Baron Corbin as a wrestler, he has had some good matches. Baron Corbin has done his job. He has done his job as a wrestler. He cut the hair. I'm glad he cut the hair, because at one point in time that just it wasn't coming across. But I ain't gonna lie, that was better days for Baron Corbin when he was in NXT as a wrestler, as a character. Like, it seemed like it was coming across a lot better than what it's been coming across lately. So for me to defend Baron Corbin this week, my full answer for you guys is I don't have it. Now I say all those things to let y'all know I can't defend this man this week. I'm sorry. I don't know. He's not a terrible wrestler. He's not a bad wrestler. Like, he can wrestle. He's not a bad wrestler. I don't feel like he's unsafe with wrestlers in there. I feel like he can be a part of some decent, good matches. I don't know his character. I don't know what would be a good character for Baron Corbin. I have no idea what would be a good character for him. Like,
shoot, man. You know what they would have done with Baron Corbin?
What?
I know this is going to lean into our next comment. I would have made him like pretty much the mouthpiece of like either kind of like John Laurinaitis was back in a couple of years ago, but like of the shareholders, or if not Vince McMahon or Triple H. Like, he comes down, it's like, hey man, I'm technically in control, but I'm really just here to be the messenger, right? Mm-hmm. At the same time, though, I am the guy. I am the guy that's like, in charge of things. That's what I would have done with Baron Corbin.
They could have also took the JBL route. They could have like made him become like this dominant champion because he always cheats, or he has like a team around him that helps him always win. They could go the JBL route, where not necessarily that he's rich or anything like that, but he's someone that always finds a way to win because he always got a posse around him that helps him cheat to get the victory. They could have went that route, maybe like the JBL route. I'm kind of like that in a sense. But I don't know. It's tough now because I've seen so many bad moments now that I don't know if they can switch this around now. Like, it didn't got very, it's pretty bad. Like, I ain't never seen a gimmick where someone is like portrayed as being like well, I guess I have. I seen Shawn Michaels at one point in time. They went through that gimmick too, where he was like
MVP. Where he went on like a 24-week losing streak and still came out on top.
So I mean, I guess that like financial hardship. I remember Shawn Michaels had a storyline with that, actually with JBL. So I guess it has happened, but I feel like it was terrible timing for Baron Corbin because Shawn Michaels could go through that where he has that type of gimmick because it's Shawn Michaels. Like, it's like, come on now, could Shawn Michaels do wrong now? At that point when he had that gimmick, Baron Corbin hasn't had a real like cemented successful gimmick where we can stand on and be like, oh, he can take this bad gimmick. He could take this and still make it work. Nah, Baron Corbin didn't need this. He didn't need to go from King of the Ring.
That's the issue.
Exactly. He can go from being King of the Ring to being broke now. Like, how did this happen? WWE, how did y'all let this happen to Baron Corbin? Now Baron Corbin is on Defend This Wrestler, and I can't defend him. Come on now, fans. Like, where the Baron Corbin fans at? Let me know where y'all at on this. Tell me how y'all feel about Baron Corbin. John, you got anything else you want to say about Baron Corbin?
Hey, man, if you ever lose your job and think TNA is hiring, bro, I think you'd be a better fit there. I'm just saying, because at least he can reinvent himself down in TNA, and then on top of that, it's like to me he looks like a TNA wrestler.
Yeah,
pretty much. I think he'd be a perfect fit down there.
WWE, take the JBL route. And make it kind of new. Make it kind of new. Do some justice by Baron Corbin, especially in the fact that y'all had him beat Kurt Angle. Y'all got to do something right with him. Don't just let him go. And then now our lasting memory of Kurt Angle was his last match with Baron Corbin, a guy y'all just end up releasing. Like, do something with Baron Corbin. Do something with that. Like, he beat Kurt Angle. Come on now. Like, we wanted to see at least Kurt Angle versus John Cena or something in his last match. Give us something. Do right by Baron Corbin. Now, before we